Dune 2 is the continuation of my favorite movie of 2021, Dune. It follows Paul Atreides, played by Timothée Chalamet, as he ventures into the desert with his mother to learn the ways of the Fremen, the people of Arrakis. As he goes along this journey, he pushes against destiny that calls for him to lead these people into a war in which billions will die. Meanwhile, the Harkonnens are plotting as to how they can exterminate the Fremen once and for all. And if that description sounded like a bunch of gibberish to you, that's okay. I fully understand that I am just entrenched in this world now and throw around words like Harkonnen and Arrakis like it's nothing. This was my most anticipated film of 2024. I think the first Dune is a masterpiece. I think Denis Villeneuve is one of the best directors working today. And I was nervous leading up to it that my expectations were just a little too high. Well, here I am, 3 viewings later, and it's a masterpiece. Everything that made the first Dune great is heightened in the sequel. We're treated to astounding visuals, seamless CGI, a booming score that's been on repeat for me since I saw the movie, and a great ensemble performance. And on top of all that, we get more action. I'm not one of those people that think the first Dune was boring by any means, but I know that was a complaint from some theater goers. Well, get ready because we have incredible fights and battles here, which I guess is a good place to start my sort of sea of praise for this film. Fights from beginning to end are epic and incredible. The last battle legitimately felt like one of the most epic battles I've ever seen on screen. One of my favorite things about Denis Villeneuve as a filmmaker is he is great at showing the scale of a thing, right? Like, he will show you how huge these sandworms are. Even though you know they're not there, you will feel like they're real and that they are just humongous beasts. And that comes across very effectively in all of these battle sequences. My favorite is the fight we get on the Harkonnen planet featuring Austin Butler's Fade Routha. You see, the sun on their planet basically takes away all of the color that would be there otherwise, so everything looks like it's in black and white. It's unique, haunting, all of the above. The fight feels visceral and basically serves as an intro to the psychopath that is Fade Routha, which, speaking of, I have to talk about the performances. Everyone's great, but particularly Austin Butler and Rebecca Ferguson. Those two are definitely the standouts for me. Butler transforms into a scene-stealing psycho in this movie. Every minute he's on screen, you're locked in. Everything from the look, the voice, the physicality he brings is all menacing and perfect. Rebecca Ferguson was a standout performer for me in the first film as well, but she's even better here. She takes a turn very early in the film and plays that menacing figure guiding Paul and the Fremen down the path she desires them to take. She's using the voice, she's manipulative, she's scary. Legitimately, Rebecca Ferguson might have the best evil face I've seen in a movie in a while. The tattoos, her presence, man, she is scary in this movie. Timothée Chalamet is also excellent in the movie as our lead, and he as a performer has to go to places that we have not seen him go to before. You really get that transition from the reluctant boy from the last movie into a towering leader of people. One scene in particular I think is one of the best of his career. The chemistry between him and Zendaya is also fantastic. You never question that the two have feelings for each other. Love stories can feel forced in sci-fi films, but this is not the case, and by the end, when the movie needs an emotional gut punch, it effectively lands because of this romance. There are so many scenes in this film that I consider to be iconic. Whenever I've gone and seen it the last 2 times, I've had trouble deciding when to go to the bathroom because every scene feels so important and I just want to rewatch it over and over and over again. Even when it's just a small passing scene, Denis Villeneuve treats us to visuals you can't get anywhere else. His use of light is so good. There were many times when he shifts from day into a sort of sandy dusk, and I would find myself forgetting what time of day the fight began in. He and cinematographer Greg Fraser found a way to make every set piece feel so distinct, and they found a way to make the desert look beautiful. Hans Zimmer has also crafted another excellent score that incorporates themes from the first film and helps tie everything together. Particularly the closing song ties into another scene we got between Chalamet and Zendaya's characters so well. This movie is as good as they come. Get your popcorn buckets, go to the movies and watch it. It's legitimately the best movie that I've seen in a long time, and I've seen some pretty dang good movies over the last several years. Now I'm just crossing my fingers that Denis Villeneuve comes through with an adaptation of Dune Messiah, because this movie doesn't end on quite the same sort of cliffhanger like what the last movie did, where it just kind of felt a little incomplete. This movie definitely has an ending, but it leaves you wanting more, I'll tell you that. What did you think of Dune Part 2? Leave me a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. Bye, y'all.